and welcome to the 37th annual Jerry Starr 10-time school SleepOut, whose sole purpose of the SleepOut, as it has been for the last 37 years, is to help people in our Kenton community who need a little help. And we've been doing it now under Jerry's still direction and spirit for 37 years. And what goes around comes around. On March the 12th of 1988, the first SleepOut was held not on the first Friday of February. It was a Saturday. It wasn't from 6 to 6, it was from 10 to 10. 14 people slept out in the back over here. When we pulled in that evening off of Delaware Road here, Channel 2, 4, and 7 were here. They didn't believe what was going to be happening that night. To them, a SleepOut was something they never heard. But here we are 37 years later, and what goes around comes around, we're here. As we know, our parents always teach us well. They teach us to say thank you, please, excuse me, pardon me, you're welcome. ETC is giving you guys, your Kenton community, a big thank you for being here tonight and allowing this SleepOut to go on for, as we've mentioned, 37 years. We hope it continues. We hope to grow it. And with Superintendent Samato's help, and he's been wonderful, and with Matt Chamera's help, and with Patrick Finelli's help, it's growing, we hope, and it'll continue to do so. And if we're lucky, 3 years from now, we may be celebrating our 40th. A lot of thanks to give out tonight. But let me, first of all, just back up a little bit. ETC made a call this week to the music department of Kenmore East and Kenmore West. I had the pleasure to talk with a gentleman named Patrick Toohey. I said, Patrick, because that's his name. Do you think we could have some kids say maybe the pledge to the flag and the national anthem? He wasn't sure. He'd get back to me. He got back to me a couple of days ago. It's my pleasure tonight to introduce a music teacher who divides his time between Kenmore East and Kenmore West, 2 days, 3 days, I'm not sure, I think it's 2 at West, whatever it is. And he's going to introduce his group, and we'll turn it over to him. Mr. Toohey.
Cool. Thanks. Real quick, we appreciate all the kids giving up their Friday nights to be with us and join in this wonderful civic occasion. From Kenmore West, we have playing tonight Quinn Liu, Miranda Eckendorf, Copeland Baker, and Alistair Gianni. And from Kenmore East, we have Samantha Roebuck. They're going to start off by all leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we're going to go right into the national anthem.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
you, Patrick, and the students from Kenmore East and Kenmore West. So glad you had the time to come out, and we appreciate it, and I'm sure the other places you'd rather be a little warmer, but we're glad you are here, and thank you. You should get the Super Bowl in a couple weeks, that's when we want to see you guys. If I can continue the theme of Thanksgiving. We're going to remember a few people tonight, two people especially, Jerry Starr and a gentleman named Mike Colmar. That'll come later. ETC made another phone call this week to the children of Jerry Starr. And we simply asked them on very short notice, might you be able to come to the SleepOut and say a few words? I talked to Kevin, I talked to Cindy, I talked to Robin, I talked to Jody. We are very fortunate tonight to have three of them here. And the only reason we don't have the fourth, Jody, guess what she's doing? The same thing her dad did. She's directing a show tonight at the old Holy Angels in the corner of Shoshone and Hurdle, and the show started at guess what time? You got it, 7 o'clock. So not being able to clone herself, we know that she, as she told us, she's here in spirit. I got a call back from Kevin, a call back from Cindy, a call back from Robin. They wanted to be here and they want to speak. With no further ado, I give you the three children of the founder of this group, the three children of Jerry Starr, Kevin, Cindy, and Robin.
Thank you, Steve. I had a public speaking teacher here at West in 1974 who said, whenever you give a speech, never go up in front of a group with a full sheet of paper. Well, I'm sorry, Jerry Starr, but there are a few things I didn't want to forget, and I took a full sheet of paper for this. It is a real honor to be invited here to represent our family, all the generations of it, Cindy, Robin, and I, and again, Jody would be here if she could. But as Steve said, we think Dad would approve of Jody's other obligations tonight. I very clearly recall in 1988, Dad telling us that he and Steve Ash, my 7th grade math teacher at Kenmore Junior, had this crazy idea. They wanted to spend a winter night outside to raise money and awareness about homelessness. An idea in the hands and hearts of two great men became a mission, one that continues here tonight. And the idea wasn't just limited to Ken time, it grew. 3 years later, Cindy started an annual SleepOut where she taught at Orchard Park Middle School, where she and other adults modeled their event after the one here, and over the years they did that, they raised over $25,000. In 1991, I was able to convince the administration at Clarence High School, where I taught, to let us include students in the mix. And since that time, over 2,000 Clarence High School students, faculty, and staff have raised over $500,000 for our less fortunate neighbors. And similar events have occurred at other schools and colleges, all because of what started here in 1988. Steve's insistence on attaching our father's name to this event means everything to our family. He's here tonight at Kenmore West. This was our family's second home. Please indulge me as I close with a brief story. Our dad always carried a pair of nail clippers with him. And that seems unrelated, but stick with me for just a second. The jacket that I'm wearing tonight was his. After he passed away, I'd wear it once a year at our annual SleepOut at Clarence. And on one particularly cold night, at about 2 a.m., I put my hand in my pocket and felt something lodged in a rip in the jacket's lining. I found these, a pair of nail clippers. And there he was. And here he is tonight with all of you who are carrying on his work. So thank you to the Kenton schools, to the administration, the faculty, the staff, the students, and the community members for your generosity of spirit and your determination to make a difference.
Thank you, Kevin, very much. If I can just hitchhike for a second on what Kevin said. You might be interested to know how this started. 30 seconds. Jerry and his lovely wife Elaine went shopping probably in December of 1987. Jerry forgot his gloves. They go into the store, they come out of the store, Jerry said to his Elaine, I forgot my gloves. She said, so what? My hands are cold. So what? Jerry said to her, what do people do in our community in the winter months that don't have these things called gloves, but these things called hats? I said, I don't know. So Jerry and I talked. We went to another English teacher, Charlie Kohler. I said, Charlie, we want to help the people in Kenton. What do we do? We'll sleep outside. We looked at him. What do you mean we'll sleep outside? Well, the homeless don't have any choice. They got to sleep outside. We'll sleep outside. 37 years later, here we are. Thanks to you and thanks to your continued dedication to wanting to help people in need. Behind me, there are some personages that want to say a few words to us. And I don't know the particular order. I'm just going to call people, and I hope I don't get hurt for calling out of order. But I know we have a wonderful supervisor, the town of Tonawanda, Joe Eminger. And Joe, I went by Kenny Field a couple days ago, and I think your middle initial is H. Do I have that right? H?
H what?
Middle initial?
Middle initial is H,
H.
correct.
So when I saw that, I knew what it was for. The H stands for helper, because Joe has helped me the last couple weeks, sending me some things, and here he is tonight to say a few words. Supervisor Eminger.
Thank you. Unlike you, I have no notes. And no politician should ever come up with no notes, because that means we're going to talk a little while. But don't worry, I'm not going to talk a little while. Jerry and Steve were ahead of their time. Okay, we're talking about 37 years ago, talking about homelessness. Okay, this is something that has really come to the forefront in our country, just, I'm gonna say, in the last few years. And we're here for 37 years. They were way ahead of their time, and they should be very proud. I know they are very proud. I know their children are very proud, as they should be, of the example that they set for their children, and that's why we're out here tonight, to honor these forerunners who had the vision to do what we're here tonight, to bring out recognition to the homelessness and what it means in our country, and especially in our community of Kenton. So all I'm here to do is just say thank you to each and every one of you who put this together, to the parents, and to those who are going to be sleeping out tonight. It was earlier when I got here. It's actually a pretty good night tonight to sleep out. I've come to these over the years, and there have been a lot of, I remember some years we had to have it inside. It was so bad. But it's a nice night to sleep out. Even I think I could sleep out in this weather. I'm not. Don't worry. I'm not. But again, I just want to say thank you for all that you do for our community to bring this to the forefront, and anything that the town can do. I know that you'll know that we'll always support you in all your endeavors. I'm joined here tonight by a few of my colleagues. Behind me, I have Councilman Carl Zarek and Councilwoman and Deputy Supervisor Gina Santa Maria. I don't think Jill is here, is she? Jill's not here, is she? Jill O'Malley, I thought she said she was going to be here, another council member. So we're here to support you in any way that we can. And Steve, can I ask you to come up, please? Maybe one of the Starr children. Why don't I come up? Steve, come on up. You come up too. Okay. I just have a little certificate of recognition, okay, that I want to make to you for 37 years of bringing this to our attention. It's a very small token of our appreciation, but I want you to know that on behalf of the town board and the citizens of Tonawanda, we thank educators totally committed, and Jerry Starr for 37 years of dedicated efforts, raising donations for local charities and inspiring service to others for our young students. So please accept this in the spirit that is given with our heartfelt thanks to your family. Thank you. I need to put on my hat for a Spalding challenge.
Thank you, Supervisor Eminger, very much for taking your time tonight and being here. The president of the Kenton Board of Education, Matt Shamera, his lovely wife Lisa is here tonight. She's a member of the Erie County legislature, and Lisa wants to say a few words. Lisa?
so much, Mr. Ash, and I have to just congratulate you because 37 years ago, truly, you were ahead of your time. And I was so honored and blessed because I am a Kenmore West graduate. I graduated in 1984. I drive by this school multiple times a day and always kind of reminisce about what Kenmore West did for me as a student. And I had the same homeroom teacher for 3 years. And my homeroom was right there. And my homeroom teacher was Mr. Starr. And when I tell you he inspired me in so many ways, I can't even begin to tell you the stories. And he actually chose me on the first day of school when I was in 9th grade because I went to Kenmore West as a 9th grader. And he said, I'm going to put you in charge. You're going to take attendance every day. And I did that for 3 years. And every day he would offer me words of wisdom, encouragement, and I appreciated that so much. And the day I graduated, he gave me a cross pen, which I still have till this day. So to say that this Sleep Out means so much to me is really an understatement because Mr. Starr inspired me to then become a teacher. And I was inspired by so many teachers at Kenmore West. And I appreciated that not only did he inspire me to be a teacher, but also to give back to my community. So when I graduated and went to college, I then came back to Kenton and was fortunate enough to be a teacher here for 34 years. And I remember in my classroom as a first-year teacher, he called me and he said, hey, are you going to sleep out now? Now that you're a teacher, you can sleep out. So I did that for many, many years. And it was really incredible to stand alongside Mr. Starr, Mr. Goss, Mr. Evans, Mr. Kohler, Mr. Ash, all individuals who have made such an impact on so many people. So I'm happy to be here this evening. I want to thank the Superintendent Samato, for encouraging this to continue. I want to thank all the staff, faculty and staff, who give of their time and their energy and inspire their children each and every day. And I also want to thank the Kenton community. We are so fortunate to live in a community that makes giving back a priority. So I'm honored to be here tonight, and thank you everyone for coming out to support this. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa, very much for being here tonight. Our group, when we collect all our donations, we give to 2 organizations in the Kenton area, the Kenton Family Support Center and the Kenton Closet. Here tonight from the Kenton Family Support Center is their leader, their coordinator, their president, Carrie Schultz. Carrie, want to say a few words, please?
Very short and sweet tonight because I'm not sure about everyone else, but I'm incredibly cold right now. The Family Support Center, the folks that are there do an incredible job supporting the families within the area as best we can. And sometimes it can be incredibly challenging, but we get the job done every single day. We do supportive family counseling. We work with quite a few families. As you can imagine, the need has really grown in the last few years as well. We have a very small food cupboard. We've seen an increase in need for that as well. So again, I'm happy to be here. This is a great event, and that's about it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. And our other recipient is the Kenton Closet, and Jill O'Malley is here tonight, and Jill wants to say a few words. Jill?
Good evening, and thank you for having us from the Kenton Closet. I have to laugh, Carrie, because I think this might be the warmest night that we've ever had for the Sleep Out, and of course we're not, my son and I who normally stay over, not sleeping tonight. I want to begin by thanking Steve Ash for his passion in putting this project together and continuing it every year and making all of those personal phone calls that are necessary to get people here, to gather the community together. And of course, this all-star team behind me that makes this happen. We have joint partnerships between our school district, our local governments, and it's a really important night to raise awareness about the homeless issues that we face and the growing need in our community. And quite frankly, Carrie and I service the same individuals. We deal with some of our students are part of the McKinney-Vento program. They experience that homelessness in real life. And like Carrie had mentioned, we are also seeing an increased need for food insecurities in our community. People really trying to stretch that dollar and make everything count for their families. So we're very proud to be able to serve the community and continue. It's 10 years, going on 11 years now. And we look forward to this continued partnership. And I'm grateful for all of my friends that are here tonight. And Steve, once again, outstanding work. I know you're a passionate advocate for this, and I know the Family Support Center and the Kenton Closet are really grateful to be the recipients of your generous donation, so thank you.
Thank you, Jill. A little diversion for a second. Our group, Educators Totally Committed, has been very fortunate to work with 3 people in our community that have made a difference for the betterment of our SleepOut. That being Superintendent Sabatino Samano, Board President Matt Chimera, and Director of Coordination Patrick Finelli. We've met with these people now 3 times. There is no hesitation at all on what they will do to help support this group. You know, a couple of years ago, Superintendent Bavino, very much a supporter, he retired, so you don't know what you're going to get. Well, we got a wonderful person. You never know what you're going to get. Superintendent Samato came in, and he just picked up the ball. He's just wonderful to work with, easy to go, and a lot of suggestions. And we're just grateful, Superintendent, that you're with us and you support what we're doing. Very appreciative. I'd like to call up Superintendent Samato.
Well, thank you, Mr. Ash, and I think the board might say that they don't know what they're going to get from week to week at times from me. So that's fun. And I didn't write anything down either, Supervisor Eminger, and the board might also say that that's dangerous. But I am going to keep it short and sweet. The fact that I've been thinking for a while what I was going to say tonight. And first, of course, thank you to everyone that's here. Because of you, our community continues to be great and become even better. And thank you to all of you who are here, because you didn't have to be here tonight. And the fact that you're here shows exactly what Kenton is all about. So we appreciate you being here. And the thing that I guess I really want to share is I would not be here if it wasn't for this Kenton community, plain and simple. To narrow that down to who may have been the most instrumental man that I experienced in my life, that would be Jerry Starr. And how do I say anything about a man that means that much to me? So, you know, in education, we always have acronyms, right? We can never follow them because there are so many. And to kind of sum it up for you, back in 1988, when I was 12 going on 13, Steve didn't hear me. Steve, I was 12 going on 13 in 1988. But in 1989, when I was 14 going on 15, that's when I met Mr. Starr and his entire family, who really raised me very much so every summer during high school and into college. And the thing that I learned from the Starr family, and especially Mr. Starr, that acronym would be HUG. It's not that creative, it's not even that instrumental, but to me, it's everything that has made me into who I am today. Jerry taught me how to be humble. He taught me to be united with everyone that I work with through theater. And he taught me that no matter what, to always give back. So for tonight, I can say that We are here, we can feel Jerry with us, and that passion continues through our district today, and you are absolutely the sign that there are so many great things to still come our way in Kenton, and let's continue to give back to our community. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here.
Thank you, Superintendent. Now, as I'm looking at my list, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Am I missing somebody from behind me that wants to say something, a couple word or two, and I just missed them? I don't see any hands. That means I can talk for a few more minutes. Thank you. I want to spend out some thank yous. Superintendent Samato said he was going to try to get maybe a representative from each building. So if you are here tonight from Holmes Elementary, or Hoover Elementary, or Edison L, or Lindbergh L, or Franklin Elementary, or Kenmore East, or Kenmore West, or Hoover Middle, Franklin Middle, down the street, whatever that's called now, Kenmore Junior West, I'm not sure what it's called. If you're here from any one of those schools, thank you from our group, Educators Totally Committed, for you coming out, being a part of this, and helping us help the people in our community. It's much appreciated. Going back to Jerry. Jerry had a couple of sayings. First of all, he was a man that believed that we are our brother's keeper. He lived that. The story that the children know, that Jerry's to know, on Christmas Eve, Jerry would call people that were Christian, saying, hey, look it, I'm Jewish. Are you working something? Are you working tonight? Yeah. What do you do? I do this. How about if I take your trick? I'll do it. What? You stay home? It's Christmas Eve. I'll do your work. That's the kind of man that Jerry was. Who on God's earth would think of doing that? Jerry Starr. Jerry also said, there are people in need of help, and we are people who need to help. He told me that a number of times. And I never asked him why, Jerry. Why are we people that need to help? I just didn't ask that. And now I know why. Because we can. Because we are able to help people. We have the wherewithal to help people that are less fortunate in our community. Aren't we blessed that we are in that position to help people? Jerry saw that from the outset. Again, I want to thank all the people here tonight. A person I want to remember that was with this SleepOut for years, doing our fire. Mike Colmar did our fire for probably 32 or 33 years. Every year, he'd be the one, almost regardless of weather, would have shorts on. That was Mike, he had shorts on. Mike unfortunately passed away on January 31st of 2022. Wonderful man, retired in Florida, and he's missed here. Might we have a moment of silence, please? Thank you. Where to go? If I can give you just a long-term goal of our group, we would like, Educators Totally Committed, to have eventually, most likely established by the United Nations, a worldwide school day to help people in need, where communities around the world, regardless of where they are, could engage themselves on the first Friday in February in any activity they would like to do, an activity of their choosing, to the extent that they want to participate in that activity, for one sole purpose, the same focus that Jerry had, to help people in need. How simple can that be? It's a perfect mathematical combination. People in need, people that can help the people in need, combine them together. Let neighbors help the neighbors. What's there not to like about that? Jerry saw that years ago. And we're here today to continue that. So we went to the United Nations. We talked to them. And they told us, get your country to have a national day. We'll consider doing a worldwide day. Went to Gillibrand's office, whoever the senator was at that time. You get the governor to have a state day, and we'll get a national day. You can see how it goes down the line. We're still, to this day, trying to get a New York State Community School Day of Caring and Sharing to help people in need. If we get that, it'll be a major stepping stone toward a national day, which we think, and then a worldwide day. Will it happen in my lifetime? I don't know. Are we all passionate about it because we're here tonight? Yes, we are. Do we hope it comes to fruition? Yes, we do. We pray for it. Say a prayer tonight that maybe that'll come to pass. If you're here tonight and you can help out, I just want to have a few more words on it, wouldn't mind. The Kenton Bee has been very good to us. There is a reporter at the Kenton Bee named, and I'm sure I'm going to kill this name, Shitra Savarajas. I killed her. But I do know her email address. It's shitras@bnews.com. If tonight you take a few pictures and you want to send them to the Bee, I don't expect you to know the email address where I just said. I have the email address. If you'd like to send your pictures to Shitras at the address I have here, that would be greatly appreciated. She asked that we do that, and then she's going to do a follow-up story, I would think, before maybe the middle of February, I believe. To help the custodians tonight, you'll see a couple of garbage cans around here somewhere. If you get any trash, they have to put them in there. That'll be greatly appreciated. That would be nice. And I have to say something that happened to me today. I went to the Federal Credit Union on Sheridan and Logan, next to Anderson's. And in there was Linda Sterling. So Linda was making a deposit. I'm making a deposit. I forgot her name. She's to my left. I got the Linda out. 2 minutes later, I got the Sterling out. And then she shows me what she deposited. Over $1,400 for medicine. Our group just doesn't know the appropriate way to thank Linda. But we do. And our hope is that if we could some way, maybe with Superintendent Samato and you, Linda, spread the word of what you're doing at your school in Edison, and if we could, as Jerry Starr was. Jerry was what did Lisa just say? He was the woman, the man in 137 there that inspired people. We just need one person, a Jerry, a Linda, in each school. George Graham at Hoover Middle, 20 years ago or more. Give us one person in the elementary schools, senior high, junior high, and we got it made. Because all they need to do is spread that word, and your faculty and staff and administration will feed off of that. Thank you, Linda, for what you did. You've been doing it now, I think we try to guess 10 years, maybe. It's been a while, and she does a great job. Nice hand for Linda if you could all join me. Now, Superintendent, we're going to keep this under an hour. We're almost done. So, the time I got is 7:39. I'm almost done. When we did this in past years, I liked to play music. I think music is an important part of life. And it gives us a lot of good things to think about. Anybody remember the group back in the 60s known the Young Rascals? You don't. You're too young. The Young Rascals did a song in 1968 called People Gotta Be Free. Excuse me for a second. People Gotta Be Free. The lyrics really speak to what we're doing here tonight. So I'm going to end up, you don't have to just, I'm going to play this here. Take a while to get it going. But just listen to the lyrics. And if you can't get the lyrics tonight, as a teacher, and Jerry would say, here's your assignment. Go home, Google the Rascals, People Gotta Be Free, and listen to the lyrics. If it's not Jerry Starr speaking to us, then I don't know who it is. Thank you for coming here tonight. Give me a second, I gotta fast forward a couple things here.